Welcome. Alright, if you're watching this video, you may or may not, from the thumbnail, already know what the new car is. But I figured we would start this off kind of with a little backstory because we're in Germany right now.
We are in Germany. No, we're in Belgium.
If you remember my logic, wait, we are in Belgium.
Yeah, we are in Belgium.
They get kind of sensitive when you get them mixed up. Yes. Anyway, if you guys remember, I went to go look at that Evo 8, and my plan was to get a kind of like thrashed, beat up Evo 8 to keep in Connecticut to drive in the winter, go do track days with Tommy at Lime Rock, maybe Chris if he's not sleeping.
I'm not sleeping.
Ooh, got him.
I got involved. That's what happened.
Kind of.
Started looking for other Evos for you.
Well, I don't even think it was for me. Tommy's just
that's true.
Always on Craigslist.
That is true.
Always on Craigslist. So this guy saw something pop up that was a little more special than your average Evo.
I'm jealous. I wanted it. But I let my boy Adam, who's deprived, take this one.
So I don't know if I should like say what the car is now or if I should just like talk about it when I get it. The car is definitely a little bit out of my price range in terms of what I wanted to spend for this actual project, but the car seemed to be pretty well sorted and a very good deal for what it was.
It was actually on the plane here.
It was on the plane that we found it?
It was on the plane. Well, I sent it to you like at the airport, and you were on the plane. No, I sent you on the plane. You were sitting behind us,
right.
and I sent it to you.
And then I think, but by the time like we landed, I was already texting Tommy about it.
Right.
And Tommy and Alberto were so hyped on the idea that they actually, they were just like, yo, this thing's sick. This is a great deal. We should go get it before someone else does. So Tommy and Alberto hopped in the truck, drove to Austin, Texas, where the car was, and now it's back home. And I had them film some stuff along the way, so now we're gonna jump into whatever they filmed. And I don't know what that is yet, but
that'll be interesting.
It'll definitely be interesting. Enjoy.
What's up, guys? Alberto here, along with Mr. Tommy. And as you can see, we're in the road, and there's something attached on the back of the truck. You guys are probably familiar with it. Yes, it's a trailer. We are heading out of state to go pick up something really cool, which we won't tell you guys until further in this video when we reveal what it is.
It should be a really interesting time and a change of pace from what we're used to doing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little game changer kind of thing, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's something I have worked on back in the day, so I'm pretty excited about actually working on one of those again. Maybe you guys are seeing this in the future and we're in the past. I'm just kidding.
We're going actually to the past right now.
Oh yeah, the hour's kind of changing a little bit. Look at that super awesome sunset. It looks so cool.
Oh yeah, we gotta film more, I forgot. That's gross. You just wasted a pecan and you wasted a block of cheese. 95 in my car, nicotine in my blood.
Guys, we got some exciting news. Guess where we at? We're in a parking lot with something. Oh, wait, no, I showed too much. That's all you get. Tommy, we made it. We're now opening the truck because we picked up something really awesome. Do you like it, Tommy? What do you think about the new car thingy?
I mean, I love it. It's something that I always thought was very cool. And they're very rare.
Dude,
so
the coolest thing ever. This has never happened before. We went to check a car. I came all the way over here with Tommy to see if we can find anything wrong with the car, and I'm telling you, I could not find anything wrong with the car. I was like, no way.
Yeah,
this is a real deal.
There is 100% nothing wrong with it. You know, for
like,
an old car,
what?
But that's crazy. Like the smoothest transaction, the smoothest like time looking at a car. The guy just let it. He's like, go ahead, do whatever you need.
Right.
And we didn't even really need to do anything. I got under it, no rust. The car for its age looks like probably better condition than 90% of like normal Nissans around.
Now let's show them what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a 1998 Mitsubishi Evo 5. This thing is one of the most iconic rally cars that you can actually buy right now. I'm so excited. I was actually making fun of it earlier. I was saying that Adam got a Mitsubishi Mirage with a turbo on it, but I'm telling you, this is not the same. We're gonna get a little closer look at this, and you can see it's like very, very good condition. It has real work wheels on it, so it's the real deal. Evo 5 stickers. No, it actually is really clean. And one of the things I like most about this car is that it has a real race aluminum super stiff adjustable wing on it, so you can actually adjust this for real downforce. It's very, very clean. It has a HKS exhaust. It's very quiet, even though it has the really big cams in the car.
A little sound clip.
Sure, let's hear it, Tommy. Okay. I think it has to be Adam's quietest car out of his whole collection. I'm actually really impressed with this thing. Here we have the nice interior, very, very clean.
Ice cold AC.
Oh my god.
Very cold. Ice cold AC.
I like the birthday cake shifter.
Oh, this is my favorite part. Look at this thing. check out the sweet digital climate control.
Well, it was a pretty interesting mission to go get this car, and now we're only halfway there because now we have to start the drive back to Florida, because we're like, what was it, like 20 hours away or something?
About that.
Yeah, about 20 hours of driving. I think we should do it all in one shot. We think we should be able to handle it. Then be like 2 hours later.
If you don't know much about Evo 5s, they weren't sold in the States and you don't really see them ever, so it's a much specialer car than just your average Evo 8. What?
More special.
What did I say, specialer?
Rudnick is
What'd you say, Rudnick?
Rudnick is
It's a Rudnickism, they call it.
Oh.
The Evo 5 is rad. In the Evo 4, they changed the layout from my Evo to how it is now, which is the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They were more susceptible to like crank walk issues and stuff like that. The 5 is safe-ish.
Are you talking about how they like rotated the 4G?
Well, the 4G, the transmission was on one side and they put it on the other. So now it's on the driver's side and it used to be on the passenger side. Well, JDM, you know, it was on one side, now they put it on the other.
So I drove Tommy's Evo 1 and I just really enjoyed driving a somewhat slow car that... Shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's the Miata effect, where you're driving a car that you can drive at, you know, full throttle around corners, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
And just having a little all-wheel drive car and be able to drive it in the winter.
That's really how this started. You wanted a winter beater.
Yeah, that is.
You're like, find me a crashed STI, and he goes out and buys an Evo 5.
Yeah. So you guys know how things go, and
You know how things go.
yeah, well, things tend to escalate quickly. Although we'll talk about the plans for the build later in the video. But anyway, Tommy found this Evo 5, got me hooked on the idea. Honestly, way smarter idea than a Subaru, way cooler than an Evo 8. All right, guys, so I just got home. Is that a nail on the ground? No, it's not a nail on the ground. And I was planning on filming this video tomorrow, and I still am going to, because I haven't seen the car yet. But I do want to film my initial reaction, and this is gonna be my first time seeing it. I'm about to open the garage door. The excitement is real. Oh boy. My first time ever seeing one of these in real life was actually in Germany, and I have to say, it is such a cool looking car. And it's so much cleaner than I thought it was. So, my God, that paint is phenomenal. Look at that. So, before I even came home, I had Shulman come over and do like a correction on the car and a ceramic coating, just so it's, you know, we're starting off with a clean slate, and God, it came out so good. This car is so cool. I'm so excited. I'm gonna talk more about it tomorrow because there's so much stuff to talk about, but this is literally my first time looking at this car. I'm in love. I don't know, wow, so excited. Spacer, can I add a spacer? Oh, we can add a spacer. This thing is so clean. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I am stoked. This clutch doesn't feel stock. That's good. That's a good thing. Shifter feels pretty nice too. I'm not gonna lie. All right, car. Seats are nice. Man, this thing is so cool. I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. I'm so excited. I kind of want to start it. I want to see what it sounds like. So the car is 272 cams, and it sounds sick. It's a little quiet, but listen to this idle. So rad. I want to drive it. I don't get my plates till tomorrow though. So I'll probably make like a first reaction driving it the next day from this video. All right, I'm awake now. It's the next day and I've gotten some sleep so we can actually talk about how excited I am for my Evo 5. So before we get into the details on the car, how much I paid for it or what's on the car in terms of parts, I should probably explain that before my idea was I did want kind of like a beater car, and I wanted a rally car. I wanted a Subaru because I used to always want a Subaru. And then as I did more research, I realized the Evo was a bit better car. You guys can argue with me. And the Ford G63 just seemed like a lot simpler to work on. And the more I learned about it, the more I liked it. Kind of like an SR in a way, but with a way better flowing head and a lot of like high power capabilities. So that's cool. But the reason that I kind of wanted a beater car was because at my dad's house up north, he doesn't really have a garage. So it was just going to get left outside year round and I didn't want something nice. Where that kind of shifted is when we found this car, Tommy actually told me that I could keep it at his shop. So that enables me to have a way cooler car, like an Evo 5, that I don't have to feel guilty about leaving outside. And I am gonna drive this car. I'm not gonna like trash it like I do my Z, but I am gonna drive this car a lot. I'm gonna enjoy it. I have so much fun when I go to Connecticut and I get to drive my cars up there on those roads, and I could keep borrowing people's cars or like renting cars to drive up there, but it'd be cool to just have my own car to drive up there and make content when I'm up there because I want to spend more time up there. We got access to the Lime Rock Autocross track. There's so many cool back roads and stuff. I want to do snowcross with the car and like drive it in the snow and kind of set it up in like rally mode and stuff, but we'll talk more about the stuff that I want to do and the mods that I'm planning for this car in tomorrow's video when we go take it for our first drive. For now, I just want to walk around the car and tell you what's up with it. I will say, I got a phenomenal deal on this car. I don't know how, but I picked this car up for $16,000, which yeah, is a bit more than I was gonna spend if I got an Evo 8, but this car has a lot of special stuff on it and there's barely any Evo 5s in the US. So, the main things on this car, in my opinion, that make it worth what I paid for it, obviously the body's pretty stock. I mean, it is stock. It's all stock bumpers and everything. The paint's pretty good. There's a few little marks here and there that, you know, could use a little touch-up paint or we could just leave. It depends on how much I want to care. But the car came on TEs, probably $2 grand right there. And what's really cool is the guy that owned it before actually just re-powder coated all of the calipers and did new rotors and hawk pads. So the car's already set up with brakes, which is sweet because if I got an Evo, the first thing I was gonna do is redo the whole entire brake system, because if I'm tracking the car, oh, it's got stainless lines too. That's like the first thing that I wanted to do. For the most part, the engine is stock, but what's really cool is the previous owner just did new timing belt, and when he did that, he did some GSC S2 cams, so it's got 272 cams, pretty popular mod on the 4G, which I'm starting to learn, as well as new belts, new water pump, and all the little stuff. So it's cool that this car's relatively stock. I mean, it's got just a flash tune. I think it's still running stock boost. It's not really that fast, but you could tell just by kind of the stuff that the previous owner did that he really cared about it. He didn't really drive it much, apparently. It just kind of sat, and that's why he sold it. It also has an HKS downpipe, full exhaust, as well as a nice HKS front mount, if you guys can see it tucked in there. To me, it's the perfect platform for starting a new simple build, and man, it's so clean. I can't get over how cool these seats are. I don't know if I mentioned, but the car has about, I think like 150,000 kilometers, so about 100,000 miles. Not crazy low miles, but it's not super high miles either. I'm gonna drive the car, I'm gonna put miles on it. It's just such a cool looking car. The rear end's one of my favorite things with that pointy looking spoiler. You can even adjust the wing. How cool is that? I feel like there's so much I could talk about with this car and how excited I am for it. But I'm gonna save some of that stuff for tomorrow because tomorrow we're gonna go film the video. I haven't driven the car yet. It's literally been in the garage. I'm waiting to get plates for it. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go take it for a drive. We'll make a video. We'll listen to what it sounds like. I'll talk about how it feels. I'll talk about my plans for the car and all that fun stuff. But I'm very, very excited for this car. I should also add too, I know that we have a lot of builds going on. It's gonna be like, oh, you're jumping to another build for you, other stuff finished. We're not gonna spend long on this car. I'm thinking like maybe 2 or 3 days before I bring it up to Connecticut. So it's gonna be a pretty simple build, or at least that's the idea. We know that's how it always starts, but I'm very excited. I hope you guys are very excited. The Evo 5 is such a special car, and I'm excited to jump into a brand new platform with you guys. Make sure you smash that like video if you guys are stoked, and I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, so you guys won't see this for like a couple days, but we're already doing stuff on the Evo. Alberto, are you hyped on this?
Maybe because I'm holding a cool turbo in my hand.
All right, well, you're blowing the surprise now.
Oh, wait, what?
So anyway, guys, if you're stoked on this, make sure you smash that like button. I have to give a massive thank you to Tommy FEF for helping me find this sick car, to other Tommy and Alberto for going and checking it out and bringing it home for me. Probably one of the craziest things ever to literally buy a car while I was in Germany and to come home to such a special car sitting in the garage. So I'm very excited for the couple of videos that are gonna be coming out with this car over the next week before we bring it up to Connecticut. Got a lot of cool little stuff planned with it. It should be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are really excited, and I will see you tomorrow. Now that we're stacking content, I'm gonna try to stay on a better schedule. So tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna take the Skyline for its first drive, and it should be fun. It's gonna be a fun video. Maybe I already drove it and I'm just lying to you guys right now, maybe I'm not. But anyway, stoked on it, hope you guys are stoked, and make sure you hit that like button, because if you don't, I'm gonna be mad. All right, and I'll see you tomorrow.
When you said